and the banter is already so funny.
And I felt like I was watching a movie the whole time.
The absolute queen of booktube. Their communication, so good, and I'm loving it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today's video is an extremely exciting one. As you've seen by the title, I have put what I read this week into the hands of my favourite booktubers and asked them to give me a recommendation. I have contacted 5 amazing book girlies and they were all kind enough to reply and give me some really exciting recommendations. So the 5 book girlies that I got in contact with were Miss Ella Rose Reeds, Sarah Caroli, Gina Lillian, Tiffany Leanne, and Natalie Lawyer, who, of course, if you have not heard of any of these girlies, which I'm sure you have, I am going to leave all their channels in the description below. And yeah, this video is one of my favorite ones that I've filmed so far. Let's just get into it. Hey, so I realized I did not film like a separate clip talking about which girls chose what books. Literally the whole point of the video, and yeah, we're doing it now. So the first book that I'm reading in this vlog was recommended to me by the lovely Ella Rose Reeds. The book that she recommended to me was Icebreaker, and let me tell you, she did not miss. So, quick update, I'm actually now on page 50 of Icebreaker and I am loving it so far. Chapter 6 on Nathan's point of view, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm currently on page 103 of Icebreaker and I'm really liking it a lot so far. It's really sweet and I love Stassi and Nate, which is really interesting because I normally one character you kind of like, one of the main characters you like and one you don't, but I really like both of them. I don't know, I'm a big fan, so I'm gonna keep going and see how I get on. It says on my Kindle that I'm 24% in. I know a lot of the books I'm reading in this video are kind of lengthy, but it's all good. I'm loving it, and yeah. So if you don't know already, it basically follows Anastasia and Nathan. It's like dual POV. Anastasia is a figure skater and Nathan is an ice hockey player, which anyone knows the movie Ice Princess from Disney Channel. That was my favourite movie when I was younger. I think I've seen it like 1,000 times. I'm kind of obsessed with figure skating, so I'm already loving that setting. But basically they're both pro athletes in their field in college, and something happens to... I'm gonna keep reading, I'm gonna see how I get on, but I'm loving it so far. Miss Ella Rose, I am obsessed with Icebreaker already, so thank you so much. I've been meaning to pick it up for ages and I just didn't, so yeah, I'm so glad that that is what you recommended. I'm about 50% of the way through, and Stassi and Nathan, I love their characters so much and their relationship. They communicate really well, which I enjoy. Like, I love how Nathan helps Stassi with so many things that she's going through. Yeah, I am really loving their dynamic. I love all their friends as well, except for Aaron. If you've read it, you know we don't like him. But the rest of them I love, and I'm really excited about that because I think she's coming out with more books about the friends. I love that it's kind of reverse Grumpy Sunshine. I love Stassi. I really, really love her character. But the book is so funny. Like, I love it. I want a book for all of their friends. I adore their friends so much. Like, everyone on the hockey team and Stassi's best friend. They're just, yeah, I'm loving it. And being my first hockey romance, I'm definitely... like, I really like it, so that's such a good sign. So we're really starting off this video strong because I'm loving this book. So I finished Icebreaker this morning. I literally loved it
so much. A 4.5 stars. I'm not really sure because obviously I just finished it, but it was so cute. Communication, so good. But the last little bit of the book had a few incidents that like really kept me on my toes, which was so fun and entertaining. Yeah, I really loved it a lot, and I was so excited that I really did, because I knew I would really like it. I knew I really liked the sports theme and all that, but my first hockey romance too, and it was such a win. I really hope that Hannah Grace makes more books with their friends and stuff, because I'm obsessed with their friend group, and yeah, I loved it so much. Obviously, I'm going to do a proper run through at the end of this video through all the books and my thoughts. I'm just going to get started on my next book. Keep you guys updated when I get a little bit into it. Here I am again, editing Cara. The second book that was recommended to me that I read in this video was recommended to me by the lovely Tiffany Leanne. She is one of my favourite booktubers. I love her videos so much. And she recommended By a Thread by Lucy Score. Now, I was a little nervous to read this because I wasn't a big fan of Lucy Score's other books, but again, she did good. Guys, I'm obsessed with By a Thread so far. It is so good. All the books that everyone picked for me are quite long, so I might be dividing this video into 2 parts. I'm obsessed with this book. It reminds me so much of Devil Wears Prada, and it's so funny. Like, this is going to be a new favourite of mine. I'm like 30% of the way through, and I love both the characters. Ali and Dominic are the main characters that we follow. It's dual POV, which I love. Dominic, I just think, is definitely a softie and isn't how he's being perceived at the beginning. I love Ali. She's hilarious. I love her so much. And I love Dominic's mom. She's so funny as well. And I have really been laughing in this one. Like, I've been like highlighting it on my Kindle and everything. But yeah, I'm only a tiny way through the book, and the banter is already so funny. Buddy is so cute if you read it. But I'm eating it up. I didn't think I'd like that much, and I think I'm gonna love it. It's quite big, so I hope that I'm not disappointed near the end, or it doesn't start to kind of drag, because I know Lucy Score's books are quite long. I'm gonna read a little bit more and I will let you guys know. I have been reading a good bit of By a Thread today, so I'm on page 178. They're just kind of starting to get to know each other now, and originally I wanted to get this done today. I don't know how possible that is. Maybe if I get to like, I'm 32% of the way through right now. If I got to 50% today, I would be so happy. So that's my goal. Hey guys, I am 87% of the way through By a Thread on page 494, so yeah. Hey guys, I just finished By a Thread and it was the cutest book. The ending was the sweetest ending ever, like the epilogue. It was so cute, and the last 50 pages I was just smiling. I adore this book. Obviously I only just finished it, so I don't want to like give it a definite rating. I'll go through it properly, but right now this is 5 stars. I thought I would do my quick little wrap up and a little synopsis of By a Thread. So those Dominic and Ali. I love her character so much. Everyone in this big workplace, so basically the work setting reminded me a lot of like the Devil Wears Prada. So Dominic works with his mum. Her company is like a huge magazine company. He is kind of like come in and replacing his dad, who is just awful. He has to come in and kind of clean up the mess, even though it's like not his area of expertise at all, but he's trying his best. But all of the staff are like terrified of this man, until Ali. Dominic is having a really bad day. He meets his mom in this pizza shop where Ali is working, and
he gets Ali fired, which obviously when you read it you'll understand why. So Dominic's mom, she basically gives Ali a job. Now they have to work together. It sounds like your classic like workplace romance. Like, it's so much more. Ollie's at home situation was just done so well, and same with Dominic, and just their character development is immaculate. It is so good. If you've read it, like the emails at the end was so sweet. It's so written like a rom-com. They'll be like fighting, or there'll be like a really emotional scene, and then there's like sprinkles of humor. It's really funny. Between all the serious bits, there's always a bit of lighthearted humor, and I just really loved that. I loved this book so much, and I would highly recommend, even if you didn't like Things We Never Got Over, give By a Thread a go, because I didn't like that book, and this is a 5-star for me. Hey, so I'm back. You know exactly what to expect. The next book recommended to me was from the absolute queen of BookTube, and that is none other than Miss Sarah Caroli. And she recommended that I read Reckless from the Chestnut Spring series. Now, I already love that series, so I was so excited to get into it. And yeah, let's just see how I got on. So I am packing to go away like so soon, so I don't have a lot of time to read this week, so today I'm really gonna do the most that I can. I'm gonna start Reckless today. I'm gonna split up these videos into 2 parts, otherwise it's gonna be a really long video. I feel like this is gonna be a much quicker read than By a Thread was, because I just know Elsie Silver's writing is quite fast paced. I'm hoping that I get pretty far into that today. And yeah, so far both of these books have been so good. Icebreaker, By a Thread, perfect. So yeah, we're gonna get into Reckless today, and I'll let you guys know when I've read a little bit. So I thought I'd do a quick update on Reckless. I am 60% of the way through. I have not been keeping up with updating on reading this because I'm flying through it. All of Elsie Silver's books are really kind of fast paced because her writing's very easy to get into. And since this is the 4th book in the Chestnut Spring series, I know a lot of the characters already, and yeah, so it's very easy to get through. I'm loving the story a lot more than I thought I would. Also, the dog, really random that he's like a main part of the story, but I enjoy the dog. Anyway, it's about Winter, who is Summer's sister, Summer from the 1st book, and I'm enjoying this because it's almost like showing a kinder side to her, because she's really portrayed as a cold character in the other books. Yeah, none of the books in this series have disappointed me at all. I'm loving this one so far. I'd say this could come either in like joint place with Heartless, or I might prefer it, I'm not sure. But Heartless is my favourite as of now, which is the 2nd book in the series. But the tropes are surprisingly enjoyable. Like, this one is a unexpected pregnancy, and I didn't think I would like that, but it's such a good book. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm probably going to finish this today, and yeah, I'll try update a little bit throughout, and I'll let you guys know how I get on. Alright guys, so I finished Reckless last night. That only took me like a day and a half to read. It was so good, but I kind of knew I would love it already. I would really recommend, if you are kind of in a slump, or if you're trying to get into reading, pick up a book by Elsie Silver. Her writing is so easy to get into. I adore this book. So our 2 main characters in this book are Theo Silva and Winter Hamilton. And if you've read the other books in the series, you know that Winter is Summer's sister from the very 1st book. And throughout the whole series, she's really been portrayed as a very unlikable, kind of cold-hearted person, but she has a lot in her past that is briefly touched on throughout the 1st book.
that kind of lets you know that she probably has some redeemable qualities, and she definitely has those in this book. I really enjoyed getting to know her, and I adored Theo. He was the sweetest man. It was very insta-lovey, but I adored it. Like, I still really liked it. I knew going into it was going to be a really fun, light-hearted romance, and that's what I got, and it did not disappoint. So yeah, this book was really fun. Again, some fun banter as always. I love how Elsie Silver writes her characters, and yeah, I highly recommend this. I give this a 4 stars. It was so good. Highly recommend. Thank you so much to Sarah for recommending this book to me. Hey guys, so I have read 3 books so far in this little 2-part series. I just wanted to do a little overview of each of the books recommended by the lovely girls that I mentioned. So first book was Icebreaker, recommended to me by Ella Rose Reads, and I adored Icebreaker. It's been a few days and I keep thinking about it. I loved the humour. I adored their communication and their relationship. I just thought it was the sweetest thing. And yeah, I'm torn between a 4.75 and a 5 for this book because I really loved it. For now, I'm going to say 4.75, but that may change. I might increase that rating, who knows. But yeah, I adore that book, so thank you so much, Ella. The next book I read, of course, as you've seen, was By a Thread, recommended to me by Miss Tiffany, and I loved this book so much. I think this is a 5-star for me, which I am so surprised about, as I've mentioned so many times I didn't like Lucy Score's other book that I read, and I adored this. Their relationship, the comedy, all the people around. It felt like I was watching a rom-com the whole time, and I would highly recommend anyone reads this book. So thank you so much, Tiffany. And finally, the last book that I read in part 1 for this little video was Reckless, recommended to me by Sarah Caroli, and I adored this book. 4 stars. It was so fun. It felt so satisfying to be fully up to date with the Chestnut Spring series. This is either my favorite or my second favorite book in the entire series. I adored it. I love Elsie Silver's writing and her characters, and I would highly recommend. So thank you so much, Sarah, for that recommendation. The 3 amazing book girlies that recommended these books all were super successful, as you've seen. I have had the best time reading all 3 books. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're interested in seeing what Miss Gina Lillian and Natalie Lawyer recommended for me, I would highly recommend that you stick around, subscribe, and wait for my part 2 to this video. But yeah, I just wanted to give every single recommendation enough time. So yeah, that's how I set it up. Really hope you stick around, stay tuned for part 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.